Hi friends, I have some questions from you to answer today. Let's jump right in. All right, where did you print off the debt-free tracking chart you have on your refrigerator? There's actually a really cool website called debtfreecharts.blogspot.com, and there are a ton of debt-free charts there. They have ones for like car payments, student loan, house, etc., and you can print them all off completely free. So definitely go visit there. Tell them I sent you. Except there's no real place to comment. They just let you download stuff. So awesome. Okay. Did you ever do a video on when you got your laptop? I've been watching your older videos and I see that you mention a fund for it. If so, what video is that on? I don't think I ever did a video on when I got this laptop. I had a much smaller one. It was kind of a 2-in-1 type deal, and the keyboard on it gave out. So now all it is a tablet, but for a writer, then that doesn't really work. So I did have a sinking fund for a new laptop. I think I had like $200 in it when that laptop crashed out. So I probably had to put maybe $100 extra toward it. I'm pretty sure this was around the $300 mark. I just got it off of Amazon. But I probably just didn't see it as a big enough deal to do a video on it. I doubt I even mentioned it, except perhaps in the budget roundup that month that, you know, I cashed out my sinking fund for that. Purchases that have sinking funds for them are just not a big deal when you have them. It's awesome. Obviously this one I didn't have it fully funded at the time, but for stuff like Christmas in my December budget, you don't even see Christmas in there because since I save for Christmas all year and then I just pull out that money and pay for Christmas with it, it's just a non-issue. Christmas is done. It's paid for because I've been paying for it all year and it doesn't affect my regular budget. And I like things like that. It is ideal to me that most things don't affect my budget, because anything that affects my budget will probably change it into something where I have to figure out more money to put somewhere, which means less money to debt. I like it when everything goes exactly the way I planned and I can put all of my extra money at debt. So yeah, then that was probably just the issue there, is whatever wasn't in my sinking fund, I just had to take away from what I was going to put to debt that month. And it was a non-issue. So, yeah, and I have no idea what kind of computer that is. It was whatever the currently top recommended one on Amazon was for my price range. I did some research on it at the time, but at the end of the day, it's just an internet machine. Alrighty. I'm killing everyone that's technologically apt, more so than me, because I don't do much on it. I surf the web and I do YouTube stuff, so I video edit, but that's about it. Alrighty, do you have a recipe for low-carb waffles? I do. It does not belong to me. It belongs to a blogger somewhere out on the internet, but I have it linked on my Pinterest page. Pretty much all of the recipes that y'all see me use, unless I've actually done a video on them, are, you know, I'm using someone else's recipe. I didn't come up with all of them, and they're all on my Pinterest page, which is pinterest.com/gobudgetgirl. And all of those are also linked on my channel page. So if you're watching on YouTube and you click the Budget Girl underneath where I'm talking right now, like right there, it will bring you to my homepage. And at the banner on the top where you see Sweet Little Rory and me, right below me, there is little links to my Google page, because, you know, Google owns YouTube, and my Facebook and my Instagram and my Twitter, and you can just click on that and it'll bring you right to my Instagram and Pinterest, and it'll bring you straight to my Pinterest page, which I have pinned all of those recipes, and I have a couple of boards on it that are like recipes I love, and you'll find it in there. It's called like low carb waffles and a ton of other delicious things. So, all right, do you use Walmart Savings Catcher? I save up all my credits throughout the year. Then at Christmas, I use that credit towards gifts. I was able to buy a few presents with my credits from 2016. That is great for you. I've tried Walmart Savings Catcher. It never catches anything for me. I know that is kind of what they want to be their alternative to price matching now, because it's kind of just like trust me, we'll give you the deals. You don't have to do anything. We'll give you the deals. But every time I've scanned in the receipt, it's like nothing found. Probably because I buy almost exclusively generic things things on sale already and price match things. So everything that I purchase is already at the lowest they're ever going to let it be. And that's probably why they never give me anything. I don't usually purchase brand name items that they would give you, you know, Bounty paper towels, and then they give you like $1 back or something. I don't buy that. I don't even buy paper towels. I use cloth in my kitchen. So, yeah, it doesn't work for me. If it works for you and you're happy with what you're purchasing and what you're saving, awesome. That's great for you. I prefer to price match. I think I will get better deals searching them out myself than just trusting whatever Walmart tells me are the best deals, is what I'm thinking. Because that's probably in their best interest, just to not have people look for the deals themselves. That's what I'm thinking. Okay. Let's see. Next question. What kind of dog do you have? She's so sweet. Sweet Rory is a mountain cur. Roro, come here. You want to see Sweet Roro? Come here. There's Roro. She is a mountain cur and is also a pound puppy. I actually was out walking with her in the Washoe Mountains today, and a person was telling me they couldn't believe I got her from the pound. They actually thought she was a lab pit mix at the pound when she was just a little puppy, and she grew up and her nose popped out, so she's not a pit. And one day I was at PetSmart, and a lady came in with a whole herd of those. Look just like her, and she's actually a mountain cur breeder, and she told me that is not a lab pit, that is a mountain cur, and I looked up mountain cur, and a little picture of Rory pops up. So they're actually bred to hunt small game and like tree them and chase them and trap them. They're very, very fast and can jump over high things, but they're not trained to like kill. So she's very docile too. She's just super fast. So that's Sweet Rory, Storo, whatever. Okay. How do you manage the use by dates in my pantry? Do you have a master list of dates? I showed my pantry, in my chili food prep video and in a couple of Facebook Live videos, I showed my pantry. I have kind of a plastics kind of bookcase type thing where I have lots of canned vegetables and stuff like that, and I stack up on things when they're on sale. I had just showed that I had stocked up on canned vegetables and beans when they were on sale for 50 cents a can. And so this person is asking, how do I manage the use by dates? I don't really, I mean, if I get 2 pallets of green beans, I'll use the pallet of green beans that I have before I get the new ones, and I'll just stick them underneath. But overall, there's no master system because I only stock up on things that I use regularly, and so it gets rotated out enough. It's not really an issue. So that's it. I mean, I suppose if I wanted to, I could like put things at the back and rotate them up underneath, but they get used fast enough that it doesn't really matter. Okay. I don't know if you still do Q&A videos anymore, but if you do you have any suggestions on how to pay my car off quick? I owe $14,000. Should I touch my pension from my job, or should I double up payments each month? You should not touch your pension. You should never touch your retirement accounts, anything like that. $14,000 isn't that much. I mean, it's a lot, but if you can double up on payments every month, absolutely do that. In fact, once you make your budget, look at your budget and see what you can cut. If you really want to get rid of this debt fast, put everything extra at it. Don't just double up on your payments. Maybe cut your food, grocery budget a little bit, cut your restaurant spending, cut your personal budget a little bit, and, triple the payments if you can. If it's within your budget to do so, go ahead and throw everything at this and get rid of this debt in a few months to a year. I think you can do it. I bet you can do it. And then you'll be able to use that money that you had been putting to the car to do all sorts of amazing stuff, like save. And then save up for a new car and pay it with cash, which will be awesome. Okay. All right. What app, tool, website do you use for the monthly budget videos? Where you show the Excel sheet and yourself? Please let me know. The website is powersoft.com, APOWERSOFT.com, and it's just a free video recording. I know that sometimes in those videos, the audio and the video is out of sync a little bit, and that there are better programs out there. Some of them cost money, some of them don't cost money, but I've tried and I couldn't get to work on my computer because either I'm an idiot or they weren't compatible. But that is what I use currently, and until someone can show me another easy to use, just a couple of buttons and then easy to download and edit. That is what I will keep using. So I don't think it's too bad. Alrighty. Medical bills is one of the thorns in my side. At one time I had 17 medical creditors. I think I have about 9 now. But due to my disability, I will sometimes get bills I don't know were coming, or if they say, oh, we'll just bill you, I most of the time appreciate the break until I get the bill. Is there any way to not take a nosedive every time I think I'm trucking along good, watching the debt decrease, and then bam, a new debt? Your numbers are going down fast. It's exciting to watch. Okay. Medical debts can be a little bit of a pain because sometimes you end up having to go back and argue with the insurance company and etc. And I've had to do this before. My recommendation is that if you have a disability that is known, you, one, check your policies. Sweet Barbara, I'm trying to do something. Check your policies and make sure that you know your overall deductible. So is there a certain cap each year where you have to pay and then the insurance has to pay the rest of it? And if so, schedule out your procedures. So maybe if you have one scheduled in January, maybe if you can move it back to December where it's covered under the previous year. And also, if possible, before you go to the doctor, call the insurance company, try to figure out how much the scheduled procedures are going to cost and how much of them they're going to cover, so you can be proactive about how much that this procedure is going to cost. I know that usually the clinics and the doctors are not that forthcoming about saying this is how much it's going to cost you, because they don't know until that they submit it to your insurance company. You're the only person that can find that out. You call the insurance company, you get them to give you the parameters of how much these certain things are going to cost. Ask them, is there any different way that we can do things to make it a little bit more feasible? Sometimes the answer is no. A lot of times the answer is no. But at the very least, you're going to know what you're going to be getting in the mail. And just don't let yourself forget about those. If you go to the doctor and they say they're going to bill you, go ahead and get a written list of things that, of all of the procedures that you had done, everything that they're going to be submitting to the insurance company, and call, make sure that the bill that you're getting is going to match up. Also, end of the day, argue with that dang insurance company. I have called so many times to be like, hey, listen, why aren't you covering this? Can you please refile it? Can you please refile? And sometimes they'll refile it a couple times and you still owe what you owe. But other times you can get out of a lot of debt. I had just a simple blood panel done last year and they tried to charge me $900 for it. And I knew that they shouldn't have, because it was just a simple checkup, doctor ordered blood draw where they wanted to test my cholesterol and everything like that. And I had to call several times. I actually had to go down to the medical billing office and say, hey, listen, I know that this should be covered. Run it again. What's the holdup here? And eventually they got it down to where I only owed them about $67. Now that took a year, really, for me to get that final bill figured out. And it wasn't me calling every month and arguing. It was, I had to call and argue once or twice. And then later they tried to bill me again for it. And I had to go back and call and argue again. So don't be afraid to do that. It's your money. And at the end of the day, the insurance companies are going to be out for themselves. And the only person that's going to be out for you is you. So good luck with that. Same advice goes to, I had a submitted question via mail that was pretty much, what do I do about medical debts and continuing medical debts? Someone who has an illness that it's going to keep becoming an issue. Stay on top of it. Try to work with the insurance company, and I believe in you. So I will see you guys later. Bye. Submit your questions below, and I'll try to answer as many as I can. Have a wonderful week.